releases laterally. Lateral release will give us longitudinal release in the pole. So that's all just energetic releases in his jaw. So he hasn't gotten to the pole yet. The one thing that you'll find, if you force the posture of the head, you'll tighten the back. So that's what experience teaches you. So we don't want to tighten the back, we want to bascule the back. So we'll just play here a little bit. Good boy. And can you release your neck? So lateral releases you want to play with a little. There you go, good boy. And whatever he gives you is good. Some of the owie in the back is going to show up in his mouth. The rolling of the tongue or the sticking out of the tongue is usually from back pain, hock pain, or really bad hands, which are, because every time he braces in the rein like that, he pushes down into the thoracic slit and onto his shoulder, so it makes him heavy in his forehead. He probably has learned that to protect his hind end a little bit. There you go, good boy. And by waiting for him to make that decision, it makes it a lot easier to get that in forward motion. Now, had I just said, oh, well, we'll just not do that, or you will do that, it would have been a completely different result. Every time they brace here, everything goes down here. So, especially if they're in that posture to begin with. So, I'll open the rein and wait for them to yield. So for me, when I pick up the rein, when I say I pick up the rein, I really pick up the thought of the rein. Horses can, if they understand that the thought in the rein means something, then when we think about picking up the rein, our body changes. They know exactly, if they're in the right frame of mind and they've been educated and gymnastically prepared, then they know without a doubt what the request is. Now, whether they follow through, that's what we call schooling. But educating the horse through this is the beginning part. It's all important to the horse and to me, but this is the beginning part. So if I needed to, if he felt a little compressed and a little worried, I'd offer him that outside rein a little bit more to see if that was holding him back. In him, it's just the way his mind works. Like lots of thoroughbreds, they've been in situations. There you go, good boy. Now there again, I'm not going to interfere with that. I'm not going to say that he can. I'm not going to say that he can't. I'm just going to be a mobile post. There you go. So he thought, well, maybe that's not a good answer because it's too much pressure, And I didn't change anything that I did except I just grounded my hand on his shoulder. Said, you can do that if you want to. Now we'll see if we can get the pole to release, which will be the next important part. So when we ask for pole release, in my horses I ask for jaw release first, just by a small vibration of the inside rein. He's pretty adamant about his tightness, and I would expect that of him. There you go, good boy. And I'm going to play there a little bit there. So as he releases over the top, then I'll release his neck. So there's a lot to it, but for me it's all worth it because it allows him to use his hind end without any compression. Pulling back in the reins in any way is compression to the hind end. You'll crush the hocks on a horse pretty easily. So we'll start again here, lateral release, and then I'll go to the other side. So in the beginning, you just pick up the reins. We're on the ground. We can open way out here if we need to, or sometimes you'll see me with young horses. I get out here and do this. Okay, you can do it, but that's just where they are. So we just wait on him there. I won't worry about the outside rein. See, because he really doesn't have lateral releases. We have lateral release at the occiput, and we have longitudinal release through the neck. I'm going to make a big deal out of every response that he gives me so that he knows that he's on the right track. So this will be up, but I'll put a small vibration in there. Good boy. Good boy. And come up. If you can. So this is about pole release. But again, he has to offer it to us. We can't take it from him. There, and you see that's his go-to all the time. But he thinks he's supposed to do that. So there, I'm just going to wait for him, fix my hand, and then when he releases, release. So can we now get you to do that with one hand? Yeah, good boy. There you go. Now that's a neurological release through the occiput to the neck. See, when he's braced in the occiput, in the pole, he's braced thoracically in the spine.